this is a steep incline. It won't look like it on camera, but this is steep. Oh, third gear, wide open, just maintaining 30. Oh, that's bad. Seems like I'm pulling ahead on you just a little bit. I have to back out of the throttle a tiny bit. I must be carrying a little bit less weight. I'm not saying you're fat or anything. Okay, well, good morning, everyone. It is Saturday morning. No, is today Saturday, Adrian? Yeah, today's Saturday. Yeah. I can't keep track of the days already, and we just started this trip. Jesus. So, yeah, Saturday morning, we camped on the Natchez Trace Parkway. I don't know kind of where we are, but when I took a picture and sent it to my wife, it said my location was Houston. We're in Houston, Mississippi, I think. So we've traveled all this way, and we're still in Houston. Anyway, it's about 8 right now. We're getting a little bit of a late start this morning. We did some bike maintenance, checking our rear axle tension, making sure the trailer couplings are still doing what they're supposed to do. Our tire pressures were about 3 or 4 pounds low from altitude change, whatever. But, yep, lubed it all up, did the chain, checked our oil. Ready for another 500 miles today. Well, not quite 500, but we're going to get up to Gainesville and go from there. And my smart key is acting up this morning. If you notice the flashing nonsense here, it wouldn't let me in my seat a minute ago. And then I tried to, unlock it to turn the bike on, and it did it again. So I'm not sure what's up with the smart key. Maybe I should fix that before I go anywhere, eh? I'll figure this out. I'm not sure what it's doing. Yeah, see, there it is, flashing fast. So, I don't know. Hang on, Adrian. I might have some technical difficulties here. See, this, what is this nonsense? Okay, so now, yeah, so now it's locked. Now it's working. I don't know what it's doing, but this is the same crap that it did to me on my first attempted road trip to Hutchinson for my family reunion that I was going to do on this thing. And I got stranded at 2:30 in the morning at a gas station because the stupid thing wouldn't start. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I've got mine on video here. 55:40 for today's start. Of course, I'm tracking it and logging it all on here, too. And I got a scratch in my gauge face somehow. The only thing I ever put up there are my gloves. Oh, well. Okay. Never did get my tank bag, but I've got my Neil water bottle holder here. It holds a 1 liter bottle of water just fine. Can't get out of there, can't escape. A really big bumper, a tip over would get rid of it, but yeah. Works. I've got my I'm ready. Hit it. You lead. I've got my Geiger rig hydration backpack that I'll be using on the Cannonball part of the ride. Strap that on my back and load it up with ice water or Gatorade or whatever. But for now, it's just stopping and getting a drink whenever we fill up the bikes about every hour and a half. I'm getting somewhere close to 100 miles to the gallon. The last couple that I've calculated were 102 to 104 range, but our top speed is pretty limited. We're only getting about 55 best case, which isn't bad, all considered, but compared to what we were getting, it's not as good as thought or I hoped. Normally we're able to get 60, 65 out of these things. And look, my smart key is acting up again. Oh, you little bitch. Ooh, you better not. It's going to, yeah, but I just saw the key flashing again. That's going to piss me off, man. I've never had a problem with it. And I put a new battery in this remote before we left town, so I don't know what's going on with it. Just decided, oh, you're on a road trip? Let's just mess with you a little bit. Anyway, so our top speeds, normally we were getting 60 pretty easily on the flats on the highways, and now our normal is around 52 to 53, somewhere in that range. So when we get into the hills and the mountains, it's going to be living in second gear, third gear most of the time, I think. Anyway, weather's really nice this morning. It's not dry, but the temperature is probably, I don't know, high 60s, low 70s. Feels really good out here. It's going to be a good day of riding, I think. Most of these roads here, especially on the Natchez Trace, we've just been running the bikes almost flat open, maybe 90% throttle, and just setting the cruise controls, and we're settling in at about 52 miles an hour most of the time, so it's not bad. I figured that's going to be most of our trip across the country will be kind of roughly at that speed, probably right around 50, so as long as we can do quick fuel stops, we should be able to maintain an average of 40 to 45, I would think, through the day. We have to stop every 90 to 100 miles to fill up, so we could run them dry, but that's not really a good idea. As soon as they start sputtering and not behaving, it's time to stop. And better not to do that in the middle of a roadway, so we always look for a little siding or something that we can pull off when we've been flashing for more than about 10, maybe 15 miles tops, and fill them up, get back on. I haven't been counting our fuel stops. Do you remember how many we've done, Adrian? Has it been like about 8? Yeah, I was taking pictures of all of them for a little while, but that's another little casualty, is my phone. I can't show you right now because it's mounted, but the glass cover for my cameras has a diagonal crack right across the bottom edge of where the lenses are. And yesterday in the rain, apparently water was infiltrating through that little crack, and the lenses got all fogged up inside. And now that it's dried out, I can use the camera again and actually see something, but everything's still a little bit hazy, so whatever the dirty rainwater that was getting in there has contaminated the lenses on the cameras inside, so we'll deal with it. I might try to get it replaced. I'll start the Sirion warranty thing through Verizon and see if they can ship me a new phone to the hotel up there in Bar Harbor. I'm not actually staying at the hotel. I'm not a guest, so I don't know if I can get packages sent there or not. I'll find out. So we're wide open. I'm dropped to 46, just pinned open up these hills. Otherwise, the trailers are doing great. They're overloaded. We're too heavy. We're both discussing things that we could have left at home, might end up shipping back home, just for the long haul. I ended up bringing a couple of extra things that I didn't realize that I had packed that were in that container, and a couple of things that I should have brought, but they were smaller and lighter and just different stuff. Anyway, I was in a hurry packing it, trying to get out the door, and didn't take careful inventory of what I had. So probably do my usual swing by FedEx and buy a box and have them ship some crap back home. Wouldn't be my first time, won't be my last. And the other thing that I didn't bring, somewhat accidentally, somewhat intentionally, I didn't put it in the box as a pre-check item, were the side cover gaskets for these little motors, so we can change the or clean out the oil spinners. I didn't get that done before we left town because my parts from Honda have not shown up yet. I ordered a bunch of spares, you know, nuts, bolts, little stuff that might vibrate loose or get lost. And the little spinner gasket that goes in there. It's not an O-ring, it's like a flat, triangular shaped rubber baffle, whatever. Anyway, I didn't have any of those, so I ordered them more than a couple weeks ago, and they still haven't shown up. So I didn't really want to get in there and take that apart and end up tearing that little diaphragm or that gasket and not having one to replace it. I do have the side cover gaskets, but I left those at home. So might have my son grab some of the stuff out of the garage and ship it to us somewhere if we can figure out where we're going to be on which day. Anyway, this is the road. Going to be a lot more of this for about 350, 360 miles today, I think. We're hoping to get into Gainesville, Georgia sometime late afternoon, maybe 3 o'clock-ish, something like that. We'll stop up the road here and get a bite to eat. And probably about the time we run out of fuel, so about another hour and a half from now. Get some fuel, get some food, and keep on trucking. Or puttering. 55. It's pretty long. Are we in the 65? Yeah. I'm going to come up along your right side and get a view of the trailer. We're headed into a 45, so we're going to be slowing. It's alright. I'm good. I'm over here on the shoulder. So we're headed toward Brilliant, Alabama. Nice little twisty highways back here. 55 mile an hour for the most part, so that's good for us. So where did we get off of the Natchez Trace? It was right there near, what's the name of that town? Yeah, it was Mississippi Highway 8. I don't remember the name of the town. I know we were close to Houston, and then there was another bigger town that was just to the east of us a few miles. I don't know what that was. Yeah, something like that. I think Aberdeen was in Alabama over there, wasn't it? I don't know. Tupelo, that was it. It was Tupelo that we were close to. Good, that guy's turning off. There's been somebody riding my ass for the last 4 miles. Tupelo! Trash. So how long are we on this? Oh, not very far. Third gear. No, I just had to do it too. Whoa, this is a steep incline. It won't look like it on camera, but this is steep. Oh, third gear, wide open, just maintaining 30. Oh, that's bad. Seems like I'm pulling ahead on you just a little bit. I have to back out of the throttle a tiny bit. Must be carrying a little bit less weight. I'm not saying you're fat or anything. Are you looking at my ass? Yeah, I'm sure when we get into the mountains further up here, you know, going through part of the Smokies and definitely the Rockies on the way across the country, we are going to be living in second and third gear. Fourth gear is going to feel like a luxury when we finally reach it. our bikes definitely have different power levels or weight or something, because on these uphills I'm gaining on you pretty good, and I just back out of the throttle. Yeah. It must just be a weight difference. Otherwise they're identical. You know, stock intake, same aftermarket exhaust, same everything else. Gaining on you a little bit, so I had to back out. Trying to stay out of your slipstream, so I'm not cheating. Of course, we got traffic behind us, so like, yeah, you're still not fast. Get out of the way. Let them go. They'll go around us whenever they're ready. They've got room. Yeah, they got lanes. They'll get find a spot. So we got up to 63 as our new maximum, or my new maximum. I think you were right about that. That's going to suck on the way up. Get all the speed you can now. Side. And here's where we hit the brick wall. Oh. So we just let the air out of us. Down to 43, 42, 41, 40, 39. How long do we punish it in fourth gear with the throttle wide open? 38. Oh, I think we might be making the crest here. 39. 40. 41. All right, we've officially conquered the hill in fourth gear. No downshift. Were you wide open that whole time? You were? Wow. So I just stayed wide open, and a little bit of weight difference between the bikes apparently, because we're working with the same horsepower. Still pinned open. I haven't let out of it yet. Tuck in. More aerodynamic. Oh, we got another downhill. Good. And another steep uphill on the other side, of course. Can't have one without the other. Doing 63, which is our new top speed still. 63. I couldn't break 64 coming down the hill. And now, of course, it's going to be back to 38 miles an hour up the next hill. Whoa, maybe even lower. This is drooping fast. 40. 39, 38. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to drop to 37, 36 before this is done. Yeah, 37. Oh, now back to 38. 39. Okay, I'm gaining. Of course, I could downshift to third, but what's the fun in that? I'm going to let out of the throttle and hopefully let the valves and cylinder head cool down a little bit. I guess that's the Smoky Mountains. I don't know. It's a hell of a ridge. Real tall up in front of us and rolling across all the way over there. That's where we're going to be hurting, getting into those hills. are we now? Is this Rome? We're close to Rome. Yeah, it was the Rome exit. I can't keep track. I'm playing follow the leader. Sign back there said trucks use right lane. Kind of qualify as a truck, right? We're pulling trailers. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you got to think about pull-throughs, and if I have to back up, can I back up? That's funny as hell. Jot 'em down road. Where's the next one? Whatchamacallit lane? That's funny. Jot 'em down road. Oh, choke. This is steep. Second gear wide open. Cannot pull any faster than that. Slowly gaining. 18, 19. It's probably a 20%, 25% grade right there. So we're zeroing in on the home stretch of our trip to Gainesville, Georgia. We are here in Gainesville, and we'll be arriving at his family's place, or relative's place, here in just a few minutes. So I'll shut the camera down before we get there, and rejoin you all later, I suppose. Probably show a little bit of the 4th of July celebration here and what's going on. I'm not sure if we're going to the lake, he mentioned. We got a bunch of boats, pontoon boats, and some other stuff. And there's a whole lot of food and beer and partying and swimming and crazy stuff going on. So I might bring you along on some of that. Otherwise, I will resume with you on Monday on our ride out of here to Maine, heading northeast. We're at about our halfway point right now, so we got about another, I think 800 miles to go, maybe a little over that. It'll be about 1,000 miles, I think. So, anyway, I will catch up with you all tomorrow or Monday on the way out. Thanks for tagging along. Okay, well, happy Saturday evening to you all. Pardon the terrible camera footage here. I'm doing this with my phone with a busted camera lens in it. We are living it up tonight, camping, overlooking Lake Lanier on a private residence. It's Adrian's extended family. Nice lake house here. It's like a resort. This place is just amazing. I am in awe. This is just fantastic stuff. They've got their own private boat dock downstairs on the water line. Multiple boats, jet skis. I'll go down there in a minute. But yeah, we're setting up here in the woods, just on the edge of their property, overlooking the lake, and this is where we're going to hang tonight in our hammocks. I've got my hammock, Sunda 2, and what are you hanging, Adrian? What's yours? It's the Hennessy?
Hennessy hammock.
The Hennessy. He's got a Hennessy hammock. Two-layer, yeah. So he's got a little bit of insulation in the bottom of it. I've got a sleeping pad that I'm going to put in the bottom of mine. We're probably going to get down into the low to mid 60s tonight.
Adrian, come here.
They're driving the ute down because this is very steep. Walking up it in sandals was a trick. So anyway, we're setting up here before it gets dark, and we're about to go join the festivities. They're going to have some fun tonight, drinking, eating, partying, having fun. And then tomorrow we're going to do the 4th of July here and just relax and have a whole lot of fun. So anyway, I'll shut this down now, and we'll resume after we have everything set up.